My dear 7th standard students, in this class we are going to study about Bahmani Adi Shahs. So, we have already known that in the history of Karnataka, the Vijayanagara Empire came into existence in the year 1336. So, later in the year 1347, August 3, the Bahmani kingdom or Bahmani sultans came into existence. It was the first Muslim dynasty in Karnataka. And in this lesson, we are going to learn about the contribution of Firoz Shah and Muhammad Gawan. And also we are going to recognize the contribution in many fields by the Bahmani sultans here. So I have already told here the Bahmani sultans came into exist on 3rd August 1347 and it was the first Muslim dynasty in Karnataka here, and it was established by here Alauddin Hassan Gangu Bahman Shah. So he was the founder of this Bahman sultans here, who Alauddin Hassan Gangu Bahman Shah here. So when we come to know about the Bahmani sultans, their ruling period was here 1347 to 1527 CE. And their capital, when we come to there about the Bahmani kingdom here, their capital was Kalburgi, and later it shifted to Bidar. The Kalburgi was the first capital city of the Bahmani sultans, and later it shifted to Bidar here, and some of the places called here Karnataka, Maharashtra, and afterwards Andhra Pradesh were under their control here or under their rule. Then one of the great sultan of this dynasty was here Tajuddin Firoz Shah. Who? Tajuddin Firoz Shah. See, Tajuddin Firoz Shah was the great sultan of this dynasty here, and his ruling period was here 1397 to 1422. It was the ruling period of Tajuddin Firoz Shah here, and he was a great writer, and also he was expert in geometry and afterwards theology. During his period, he encouraged all the languages here, and also he sheltered many philosophers, poets, and artists in his court. And also he established observatory in Daulatabad, Maharashtra. And he propagated the beauty of Kalburgi also here. And also he built a new city called here Firozabad on the banks of the river called Bhima. And he gifted many of the villages to the Sufi saint called here Bande Nawaz. And also he contributed on development of the ports also here. So during his period, he has brought all these developments during his period here. So after him, one more important persons we are going to learn in this Bahmani sultans, that is Muhammad Gawan. Muhammad Gawan. He was one of the great personalities of the Bahmani sultans here, and his ruling period was here 1463 to 1481. Okay, and his greatness brought the dynasty to go into high level here because of his hard work and because of his personality. this dynasty got good results in the future here. And also he worked as a prime minister in the reign of Muhammad Shah III. He worked as a prime minister in the rule of Muhammad Shah III. And when we come to his achievements, he achieved many things during his rule. And what were his achievements? See, first he captured the Hubli, Belagavi, and afterwards Goa from the Vijayanagara Empire here. So, which of the places here? Hubli and Belagavi, and afterwards Goa from which empire means nothing but from the Vijayanagara Empire he captured here. And afterwards his administration was according to the laws of Islamic. Okay, he ruled according to the Islamic laws here. The administration belongs or carried away according to the Islamic laws here. And also he encouraged revenue and afterwards postal service during his period. And also he fixed taxes on the basis of land's fertility and irrigation facilities here. Okay, on the base of the land's fertility here, and on the base of the irrigation facility he fixed the taxes. And also it was taken only in the cash. The taxes were taken in the cash. And also he removed some taxes which were annoying the people. Okay, which were giving the burden to the people here. So that kind of taxes he removed here. And also he founded one of the great university called here Madarasa University in Bidar. So like this he contributed many to the what? To make the Bahmani kingdoms great in his period. Okay, but he was murdered by the regional leaders because of his fame. Because of his fame caused for his death. Okay, on its tomb they have written the great innocent Gawan was killed. So where they have written that one is nothing but on his tomb they have written innocent Gawan was killed. Why he was killed means nothing but because of his greatness, because of his famous or fame, he was killed by his regional leaders here. Okay. And these are the highlights of Muhammad Gawan and afterwards Muhammad Gawan, and later we come to their contributions. We come to know about now the contributions of Bahmani Sultans here. So they have contributed many things to the different fields here. So first we know about contributions. See, first education. They contributed many things to the education also here. See, Sultans encouraged Islamic education during their period. What kind of education? They encouraged to the Islamic education. Okay, and some of the important educational institutions were here: Kalburgi, Bidar, and Ilichpur, and Daulatabad were some examples for their educational institutions here. And also here poor people and orphans were all provided free food and afterwards shelter here. Who poor people got facilities from them also here. What kind of facilities means nothing but free food and afterwards shelter facilities. Okay, and scholarships also was given to the students of a madrasa here. Okay, madrasa university students were there now. So they were getting scholarship from these sultans here. Okay, and also the Quran, philosophy, and principles of Sufism were taught in the schools here. So mainly in the school level they were teaching Qurans and afterwards philosophy and afterwards principles of Sufism. They given more importance to these subjects in the school level here. So next we go to their literature. So in the literature field also they have given a lot of contributions here. It means the many of the sultans sheltered many philosophers, poets, and afterwards writers here. And they have given contributions to the languages, many languages called here Persian language, Arabic language, and Urdu languages and literatures. Those are all developed during their period. And also the languages called Dakkani language became famous during this period. Later it developed as a Urdu language here. So before it was called Dakkani language here. Later it became Urdu language. So next we go to sculpture. And architecture. Not only in education, literature, in the sculpture and the architecture also they have given a lot of contributions here. For example, monuments in Bidar, Kalburgi or in Hindu Islam style here. So they have constructed the monuments in the Hindu and Islamic style here. So it is also called here Dakkani style also. Hindu Islamic style was also called here Dakkani style. And one of the important monument called here Jamia Masjid in Kalburgi was first, but it was the first contribution of the Bahmanis here. Okay, which was built by the Muhammad Shah. Which one? Jamia Masjid. Say Jamia Masjid was the first contribution of the Bahmanis. It was built by Muhammad Shah here. And also other monuments called here Meeting Hall and tombs of Sultans, the tomb of Bande Nawaz were other monuments here. And also in Bidar, if you see in Bidar means Sola Kamba Mosque and 12 tombs of Astor are also famous in Bidar. These monuments also famous in Bidar here. And which were the prominent monuments among these means nothing but was Madrasa. Okay, which was built by Muhammad Gawan. See, Madrasa was built by Muhammad Gawan during his period. It was a prominent monument among all. And it was 242 wide and afterwards 242 feet wide and 220 feet long and afterwards 56 feet height, and it has a 3-storied building, and it was 3-storied building here. So it was the great monument which was built by Muhammad Gawan during his period here. Okay, so later this we are going to study about Shah dynasties. These were the contributions of the Bahmani Sultans. So they have given lot of contribution to the different fields. So later we are going to study about the Shah dynasties. See, after Muhammad III here, his son called Muhammad, he came to power, but he was a little boy. That's why he couldn't rule. See, he couldn't rule, and finally, who came to rule means nothing but Kalimullah Khan. He was the last ruler of Bahmanis here. Kalimullah Khan. Who? Kalimullah Khan. He was the last king of Bahmani Sultans here. Kalimullah Khan, he was the last king of the Bahmani Sultans. He came to rule here, but after his death, what happened means Bahmani kingdom. After his death, Bahmani kingdom was broken into 5 Shah dynasties here. Broke into 5 states of Shahi. Okay, after the death of Kalimullah Khan here, so Bahmani kingdom was broken into 5 states of Shahi here. So that 5 states of Shahi we are going to learn now. That is only we call here Shah dynasties. So which were the Shah dynasties means nothing but the first one is Adil Shah of Vijayapur. Vijayapur means nothing but Bijapur. The ruling period of this dynasty was here 1489 to 1686. Adil Shah of Vijayapur. They ruled 1489 to 1686. Then who was the founder of this dynasty means nothing but Yusuf Adil Khan. Yusuf Adil Khan was the founder of this dynasty. He was a good administrator and also he was tolerant towards all the religions here. Who? Yusuf Adil Khan. So after Yusuf Adil Khan, who came to rule means nothing but Ibrahim Adil Shah second. See, after the Yusuf Adil Khan here, who came to rule means nothing but Ibrahim Adil Shah second came to rule here, and his period was here 1582 1626. It was the ruling period of Ibrahim Adil Shah second. See, during his period also here, kingdom was expanded and became rich. Whose period here? During the period of Ibrahim Adil Shah second, during the period of him here, the kingdom was expanded and also it became very rich. And he had a title called here Jagadguru Badshah. So he had a title called Jagadguru Badshah. And also he was tolerant towards other religions also here. So like Yusuf Adil Khan, he was also tolerant towards the other religions. Like that, Ibrahim Adil Shah was also tolerant towards other religions here. And also he sheltered many of the philosophers, poets and musicians in his court here. So many of the philosophers and poets and the musicians got shelter in the court of Ibrahim Adil Shah here. Next, during his period here, he renovated Datta temples and also he encouraged puja rituals in his court here. Which kind of temple? Which temples means nothing but Datta temples, and also he gave encouragement to the rituals, puja rituals in his court. Next, he worked for the cultural harmony of Hindu and Muslim here, and also he worked for the cultural harmony of the Hindu religion and afterwards Muslim religion also here. And he also wrote the book called here Kitab-e-Navaras. He also wrote the book called here Kitab-e-Navaras here. And he also built the architecture called here Ibrahim Raja. It was an architecture built by Ibrahim Adil Shah second here. So these were the highlights of Ibrahim Adil Shah and Adil Shah of Vijayapur here. Okay. So next we go to the second Shah dynasty. The first one is Adil Shah of Vijaypura. The second one is Barish Shahs of Bidar. The ruling period was here 1489 to 1619. So Barish Shahs of Bidar, their ruling period was also 1489 to 1619. The founder of this dynasty was here Qasim Barid. Qasim Barid was the founder of this dynasty, and this dynasty was declined because of the inner conflicts among the rulers of this Barish Shahs of Bidar. Because of that inner conflicts, finally this dynasty came to an end. So later, third dynasty was here Qutub Shahs of Golconda. The period of this dynasty was 1512 to 1687. See, Qutub Shahs of Golconda, their ruling period was here 1512 to 1687. Then who was the founder of this dynasty was here Malik Ahmad. Malik Ahmad was the founder of this Qutub Shahs of Golconda here. See, after Malik Ahmad, because of the incompetent rulers, it was merged. Which was merged here? Qutub Shahs of Golconda. It was merged with the Mughal state here. So why it was merged with the Mughal state means because of the incompetent rulers it was merged here. So later we go to fourth dynasty. Fourth dynasty, that was fifth dynasty, that is Ahmad Shahs of Berar. The ruling period was here 1490 to 1580. See, Ahmad Shahs of here Berar, their ruling period was here 1490 to 1580 here. So who was the founder of this dynasty means nothing but Fatullah. Fatullah was the founder of this dynasty here. And during that time, which was the capital city of this dynasty means nothing but Ilichpur. See, Ilichpur was the capital of this dynasty here. Okay, and also Fatullah had the title called here Ahmad ul Mulk. Ahmad ul Mulk was the title of Fatullah here. See, after him, because of his incompetent son and afterwards grandsons, because of his incompetent son and grandsons, they lost their dynasty, and also this dynasty fell into the hands of Vijayapura sultans here. Okay, so because of what here? Because of the incompetent son and afterwards grandsons, this dynasty fell into the hands of Vijayapura sultans here. So these were the Shah dynasties, 5 Shah dynasties here. Okay, later we go to study about the contributions of Adil Shahs here. like Bahmani Sultans, the Adil Shah's dynasties also, 5 Adil Shah's dynasties also contributed the different fields here. So first they contributed to what they contributed to the education here. Means nothing but their education policy was to develop Islamic culture here. So their education policy was what here? Developing the Islamic culture was the education policy. And also Muktab. Muktab means nothing but here mosque and madrasa means nothing but college. See what the educational centers here. Which one? Muktab means nothing but mosque and another one is madrasa. Madrasa means nothing but college. These two were the important educational centers of the Adil Shahs here. Okay. So next they contributed to the literature. What they contribute to the literature field? Okay. So during their period, literature became very rich in this period here. It means nothing but in the Adil Shah's period, literature became very much rich. And also they have written the books in the different languages called here Persian language, Arabic language, Urdu language and also Kannada language. So like this they have written different books in the different languages also. For example, Gulshan-e-Ibrahim and Ibrahim Nama and Ali Nama and Torve Ramayana were the some of the examples of their works. Okay, for example, it was Gulshan-e-Ibrahim. Okay, another one is Ibrahim Nama. Third one is Ali Nama, and another one is Torave Ramayana. See, these were the examples of their work and they contributed to the literature field here. So next we go to the field called here music. The music field also they have contributed a lot. See, music. The sultans called here Yusuf Ali Khan and afterwards Ibrahim Adil Shah II. They were the great musicians during their period here, who were Yusuf Adil Ali Khan and afterwards Ibrahim Adil Shah II were the great musicians of their period here, and they have opened the music schools also. They have opened music schools also to encourage the music here. To give the encourage to the music field here, they have opened music schools also here. Okay, and later we are going to study about their fine arts. The fine arts also they have given lot of contributions here. See, Ibrahim II. It means nothing but Ibrahim Adil Shah II. He was a great artist here. He was a fine artist. Who? Ibrahim II here. So during their period also they have given lot of contributions in the fine arts field also. Means in the mosques, palaces, and also in many of the places. So they showed their talent in the fine arts here. So later they are going to study about their art and the sculpture. So later we are going to study about their art and so in the field of art and sculpture also we are going to see their contributions here. So first they have built many of the forts, palaces, mosques and monuments. And I have already told many of the monuments and afterwards forts, palaces also they have built here. So here the forts called here the fort of Vijayapur. The fort of Vijayapur. So that was the great contribution to the place of forts here. The forts means nothing but there we can see the fort of Vijayapura was the great contribution by the sultans here. The next here they have built many palaces also here. So they have built many palaces. For example, Gagan Mahal. So it was built in the year 1620 by whom is nothing but by Ibrahim Adil Shah. See, Ibrahim Adil Shah built during their period here. So Gagan Mahal it was built in the year 1620 by whom is nothing but by Ibrahim Adil Shah, and one more Mahal called here Mahal Mahal. It was also built by Ibrahim Adil Shah here. It was also built by Ibrahim Adil Shah during his period. So these were the two great palaces built by the Bahmani Sultans or Adil Shah's dynasty. And later we go to mosques. So they have built forts, palaces and many of the mosques also. So when we come to study about the mosque here, the very important one is here Jamia Masjid. We have already known about Jamia Masjid. So where it was means nothing but it is in Kalaburgi. Okay. So it was built by here Ali Adil Shah. It was built by Ali Adil Shah here. Which one? Jamia Masjid. It is in a Kalaburgi here. Okay. Next another one is Ibrahim Raja. Ibrahim Raja. It was built by Ibrahim Adil Shah here, which was Ibrahim Raja. It was also mosque. It was built by Ibrahim Adil Shah during his period. The one more mosque very important and also we have known about that one here, that is Gol Gumbaj. It was a great contribution, it was a great monument in the history of India here. Okay, so it was built by Muhammad. It was built by whom here? It was built by Muhammad here. Okay, and it was built in the year 1656 at Vijayapura. See, when it was built is nothing but it was built in the year 1656 at where means Vijayapura. So present we call Vijayapura. So before it was Bijapur. Okay, and it was the fourth largest dome in the world. It was the fourth largest dome in the world, which was Gol Gumbaz was the fourth largest dome in the world, and it was the first largest dome in India. So when we compare to world means it was the fourth largest dome in the world, and when we come to India, it was the first largest dome in India here. Okay, so these were the contributions towards the mosque by the Shah dynasties here. Okay, and later we go to other monuments also they have built. Which of the other monuments here means something but, for example, Bara Kaman, See, Bara Kaman and Day Kaman, and Anand Mahal, and Upli Buruj, and Taj Baudi, and Chand Baudi. So these were the other important monuments which were built by the Adil Shah's dynasties here, which were nothing but Bara Kaman, Bade Kaman, and Andar, Anand Mahal, and Upli Buruj, and Taj Baudi, and Chand Baudi. So like this, Adil Shah's dynasties gave a lot of contributions in the field of education, literature, fine arts, music, and art and architecture, and in the field of architecture and sculpture, and other monuments also here. So, like this, they have given a lot of contributions to all these fields. So, this is the lesson called here Bahmani Adil Shahs. See, what did we learn in this lesson is nothing but the Firoz Shah and afterwards Muhammad Gawar and their contributions in different fields. And also we have read and also we have studied Adil Shah's dynasties or Shahi dynasties. There were 5 dynasties. Those were here, which were Adil Shahs of Vijayapur, and Bari Shah of Bidar, and Qutub Shahs of Golconda, and Nizam Shah of Ahmednagar, and finally Ahmad Shahs of Berar. So these all the 5 dynasties of the Adil Shahs here. Okay, and afterwards even Bahmani Sultans, how they gave contributions to the different fields here. Like Adil Shahs also gave a lot of contributions to the different fields. I hope you all understood this lesson. Thank you very much.